Hello everyone and welcome back to another Mystery Gamer Online where we play in the Hive. Now today is going to be a little bit of a different episode because we are going to talk about every Skywars options and their difficulty. But before we start, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more gaming content. I'd really like to get to 20 subscribers by the end of November. I'd really appreciate it, and you can always unsubscribe at any time. Other than that, let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to roll the footage and narrate over it. So let's go. Okay, first up is solos. This is where you play by yourself against 11 other teams, which can be pretty hard. And the islands are pretty small. Sometimes you can get enough ore, but they're pretty small. I sometimes like this one because I can at least get one kill in. You can just like portal over to the island next to you and just defeat that person, but it's still pretty hard because you have to go against 11 other teams. I've probably gotten first a few times, but I wouldn't recommend this for newcomers. I would start with one of the other ones, but once you get pretty good, you can do solos and it feels pretty great. I rate this for difficulty a 4 out of 5. Then we have duos, which is you and one other player, and you guys go up against 5 other teams. The islands here are pretty much medium, and you can actually get quite a bit of ore unless your teammate steals all of it. But the difficulty, I actually don't have too hard of a time with duos. I actually prefer duos over solos. Just because if you can get a team member that is pretty good, the round can go well. And plus you're going against teams that also have only 2 players instead of 4 players or whatever. For difficulty, I rate this 3 out of 5. Next up is trios. For this, you play with 2 other people against 3 other teams. The islands here are also medium, and I like trios because it's really good if you're wanting to play with 2 of your friends or whatever, the maps are pretty good too, so you shouldn't have too much of a hard time unless you happen to only spawn in with only yourself and you have to go against teams with 3. That can be a little difficult. For difficulty, I rate this a 2 out of 5. Okay, so then we have squads, which is probably one of my favorites because the maps are pretty cool. You play with 3 other people on your team and you go against 3 other teams. The islands here are also pretty medium, and you can get quite a bit of ore from this. This is preferred for newcomers because they get 3 people on their team, but the bad part is they have to go against other teams with also 4 on them. And this can be a little hard because if you spawn in with just you or another person trying to go up with another team with 4 people, can be a little tough. For difficulty, I rate this a 3 out of 5. Next up is megas. Now, this was just recently added, and you can play with 6 other people, which is really good if you have a bunch of people on your team, or a bunch of friends or whatever that all want to play with you, and you all want to be on a team. And you go against 3 other teams, and the islands are massive, they're pretty large. You can get a lot of ore from this, but megas is really hard because if you get on a team with a bunch of newbies or people that aren't as good at PvP, it can be really hard when you're going against another team that is super good at PvP, which I've happened to be on sometimes, and it can be really annoying. But for difficulty, I rate this a 5 out of 5 because it's just really difficult. Now we're getting into Skywars kits, which was just added shortly after Megas, and this consists of 5 different kits, and they are all solos, so there's not like duos, trios, squads, or megas. It's all solos, and each of them have their strengths and weaknesses. First up is the Void Walker. which is pretty nice because you get a second chance if you die. So you just respawn at your island, and I think I prefer this for newbies, so that you get a longer chance, because people like me, I die a lot in Skywars, so it is really nice when you can just regenerate and you don't have to go the next game. You also get a Ender Pearl every time you kill someone. For difficulty, I rate this a 1 out of 5 because it's pretty easy. Unless you're really bad at aiming, then the Ender Pearl part can be a little hard. But let's go to the next one. So now we have Baller, which you gain 8 snowballs at the very beginning, and you also get 4 snowballs every time you kill, and that only goes up to 8. I don't prefer the Baller because I'm kind of bad at aiming with snowballs, and you run out of snowballs pretty easily. But if you are good at knocking people off ledges with snowballs, this might be a good one for you. I rate this a 2 out of 5. Alright, next one we get Builder. This gives you a bridge builder that regenerates, and you also get a helmet, a diamond pickaxe, and 4 cobblestone per 15 seconds up to 16. Now, I actually like Builder because I like bridge building and I don't want to speed bridge. And I like that it regenerates. I'm going to say that for the difficulty, I rate this a 2 out of 5. Alright, now we have Panic, which gives you 3 spells of shielding right from the beginning. You also get a critical health boost when you're about to die. Now, I don't really like this one because people are so good at PvP nowadays that they can get you in a corner and the health boost doesn't really do anything, and the shielding also doesn't do anything, so it can be not that good. But it is good for if you are like running away and stuff and just need that extra protection. And I would prefer this for newbies or whatever that don't want to do Void Walker. This could be another option. I rate this for difficulty a 1 out of 5. Alright, last but not least, we have the Trapper, which gives you a diamond pickaxe, a shovel, a spell of invisibility with a 20-second regeneration, so that's nice. It gives you a 1 in 5 chance to reflect damage to your attacker. So I like the diamond pickaxe. That means you mine a little faster. The shovel is pretty much useless unless you're wanting to trap, which not many people do. I every now and then do. When you get a knockback Nemo, it's nice to, you know, set a trap for people. And the spell invisibility is nice so that if you're trying to run away from someone, they can't see you, so you can just get out of the way. For difficulty, I rate this a 1 out of 5. Okay, so how did you guys like my descriptions for the Skywars minigames? Did you guys agree with my difficulties? Did you guys disagree? I know a lot of people a lot better than me, so it might be easier for some people. I even asked my brother, and he agreed with my difficulty options. Now, sadly, Skywars Battle Royale was just taken off Hive, and that one would have been a 5 out of 5, maybe even more if there was a higher amount of difficulty. I also want to mention that Skywars Megas is going to be taken off soon, is limited edition, so make sure you guys go check it out before it goes away. Well, I hope to see you guys playing in the Skywars, and I hope you guys liked my video and found it helpful. But anyways, make sure to like, subscribe, and have a great day. See you next video.